A graphic anti-ice flyer is still, an advocacy group argues, protected under free speech. Meanwhile, the state has given hundreds of thousands of dollars to volunteer fire companies. It was a golden scratch-off. Plus, if it wasn't built in Philadelphia, where did the USS Philadelphia get its name? I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. Anti-ice flyers appearing around Penn State are coming under scrutiny because of their graphic nature, reports the Center Square. One of them, for example, bears the words, quote, "Dead ice agents can't kill," unquote, with the image of an ice agent hanging from a noose. Penn State has condemned the flyers and announced an investigation. However, free speech advocacy group FIRE, long named the Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression, argues that, while offensive, the flyers are still protected by free speech rights. FIRE's program officer of campus rights advocacy, Charlotte Arneson, explained how speech only loses First Amendment protection in narrow categories, like if it's a true threat or incites action or unlawful harassment. And media like the flyers often falls into the category of political speech. Said she, quote, "We're not taking a side on what the messages are conveying. It's about the right to make that speech that we're defending." FIRE's urging Penn State to cease any investigation and to keep from punishing whoever may be behind it, and to remain institutionally neutral on political and social questions unrelated to university governance. What do you think? Let me know at todayinpa at PennLive.com or in the comments. Pennsylvania is putting over $905,000 into volunteer fire companies around the state ahead of peak springtime wildfire season, reports Lehigh Valley Live. This funding is being administered by the State Department of Conservation and Natural Resources, as supported by the Federal Department of Agriculture Forest Service, and will go towards the purchase of wildfire suppression equipment, protective gear, communications, and toward training. The grant specifically targets rural communities and those with fewer than 10,000 residents. It was a golden scratch-off, states PennLive. Someone walked out of the Render's Quick Shop in Maiden Creek Township $2.5 million richer, courtesy of a payout ticket they bought. It still hasn't been claimed and will expire in a year if the person who bought it doesn't get on that. The Quick Shop gets a $10,000 bonus for being the winning tickets retailer. Here are some fun facts about the USS Philadelphia as the Smithsonian gets working to pretty it up for the country's 250th birthday, says Philly Voice. It's the oldest surviving warship in the U.S. It fought only one battle, which took place during the Revolution, before it sank into the cold waters of Lake Champlain. And it stayed there for 159 years until an amateur archaeologist got it out. It also wasn't built in Philadelphia, but New York. One possible reason that it bears Philadelphia in its name is that its captain, Benjamin Rue, was from Philadelphia. We'll never truly know the reason behind the USS Philadelphia's name, but it is fun to speculate, isn't it? That's all, folks. For more news, drop by PennLive.com, and please remember to rate this podcast and to leave it an honest review as well. Speaking of which, thanks to Mom for Two and Few Too Many for their lovely reviews. I don't think anyone's ever called me the bomb before. Thanks again, you two, and thanks to all of you for listening. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and I'll be back again tomorrow for another round of Today in PA.